What's good? I'm Skip.
And I'm DJ.
And this is DeCypherEd. And today we are breaking down T.I.'s, second album?
Third.
Okay, I'm serious. My bad.
Come on, put some respect on that man's name, bro.
No, you ain't got to.
Put some respect on that man's name, bro.
T.I.'s third studio album, Urban Legend. And today is a panel episode, so we got a couple guests. But before we do that, DJ, how you doing, man? It feel like we just did a panel episode. You good?
I mean, we did.
Yeah, but don't tell them that.
But nah, man, I feel good, man. I just came from work. And it's just a lot of shit going on right now that I'm excited about.
And you low-key, and I've noticed this since we've been, back in the OTR days, you were probably the resident T.I. Avenger. So this is like your shining moment to really get in here and speak up for your...
I'm gonna be on both sides of the fence on this one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm typically the resident T.I. caper. So yeah.
Okay, so I go get it out of the closet if you need me to.
Nah, I'm good, bro.
Okay. So to my left, we got my brother Rome.
What's good?
Also Ash Gray T,
yes,
creator, tinkerer, shit talker, designer, all of that type of shit. How you doing today, my brother?
I'm good, man. How about you, man? I'm happy to be here.
I can't complain, man. I feel like this is gonna be one of those energized episodes because I feel like it's a lot of different conflicting energies going on in the room.
I think I'm gonna be the T.I. caper today.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be somewhere in the middle, and I'm gonna try to keep it objective.
And I'm not even trying to be, and that's the crazy part.
I'm excited to see where this go. And also we got my brother, my OG, my sensei, so to speak, Cole from BYNK. How you doing, my brother?
I'm good, bro. I'm here to be the hater. I am the Joker for this episode.
Hey, as long as we got a full cast, I'm straight with that. Somebody got to grab the rebounds and somebody got to push the ref.
Well, I'm pushing the ref.
Hey.
So what you run out?
You run Artest energy, dog.
Yeah, you run out.
No, brother, I'm Meta World Peace.
No, you Draymond.
Hey, I got
because you got points I know you got on there that can push the floor of the game.
Okay, so you contributed with more than just a punch.
Exactly.
Hey man, I can't be Wiseman. I want to get a triple single, bro.
You want to be Wiseman?
Wiseman is gone.
Yeah, they can go.
That nigga in Detroit.
Let me be.
But now that nigga hooping though.
Oh yeah,
he is.
And he had 23 and 12.
He just didn't. Coming from a Warrior fan, he just didn't fit the program, bro.
I was about to say, because Detroit is where people go to die.
Yeah.
I wish we could talk about sports. My bad.
He out of there. But yeah, since we got some of the pleasantries out of the way.
Yeah.
Like we said, third studio album from T.I. Brother Clifford.
Yeah.
Encyclopedia Harris. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna kind of just jump straight into it, bro. I don't want to waste no time. What are some of y'all initial thoughts of this album? I'm gonna let Rome go first.
Oh man.
Well,
I guess
you Steph.
But man, honestly, bro, I mean, when it comes to Urban Legend, bro, the album itself, it's a classic Southern album to me. Not classic by itself. Now make sure that be on record.
Okay, let's go.
Not on record that it's classic by itself, but it's a classic Southern album.
Yeah, I can go
so
with that.
You know what I mean? I appreciate it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I'm glad we got that shit out the way early.
Since DJ jumped on the court, nigga didn't wait to get buzzed in. Go ahead. Go speak your mind. What you got to say?
Gary Payton II, huh?
Hell yeah.
No, I got two different perspectives on it because back when this shit came out, I was 13, 14?
Something like that. You might have been younger than that for real.
Yeah.
Let me see what year this shit came out.
2004?
2004.
Yeah, I was 13, 14.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. Back then I thought this shit was a certified classic, not a single skip on it. Just being perfect based off my music standards at the time. That's a little wonky. But me listening to it now as an adult with different perspectives on different types of music and other albums, granted, within T.I.'s discography, I feel as though this is a great album. But if I had to compare it to other artists, even during that time, other projects, it's not. I mean, it's up there, but it ain't where I originally thought it was. But it's still a great album.
Yeah, you're a lot more polished now, so you don't look at it the exact same.
Yeah, so. But granted, I do like this album though a lot. I feel as though it definitely deserves to be talked about. But But yeah, it's not just like a certified classic across the board. It's definitely, like Ron said, a Southern classic for sure, 100%.
Go ahead, Carl.
I hate this album.
Shit.
I am not.
All right. I didn't expect that.
I understand where y'all coming from.
Yeah.
But the one before and the one after are two better albums. Trap music is better than this, and King is better than this.
Okay.
I understand the relevance of the album. I get it because a lot of good stuff came to T.I. from this album.
Mm-hmm.
I do not like this album.
Like it all?
That shit like
It's
hurt
not,
to hear.
Like out of 10, what you give it?
Like a 7.
Oh, that's not bad then.
I thought you was gonna say something worse than that. I ain't gonna lie.
thought you was gonna skip that whole for real. Like, hey, 4.8 out of 10 type
Nah,
shit.
A 7 is cool.
Yeah, but coming from T.I., who's the king of the South, which
Because I kind of give it a 7.
because you the king of the South, but Wayne gonna slide on you. Get out of here, bruh. Come on, man. He slid on you. He slid on you on a song with Trick Daddy.
With a random verse too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So don't give me that.
Yeah.
I never want to hear anybody I never want to hear anybody talk about this King of the South stuff.
Wayne said T.I. was king of the South.
Yeah, I'm talking about riding out tonight.
Because Wayne is best rapper alive since the best rapper died. He didn't want that South shit, that King of the South shit. Nothing to him.
I get it.
Yeah, you aiming high.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like you can't. I've always had this feeling about T.I. Like, as long as Scarface and Wayne live, you were not the king of the South, bro.
Okay.
So it ain't that you don't like Tip, you just don't like the fact that this nigga had the audacity to say.
I just feel like he's done better. Like, go back and listen to trap music.
It's like.
That's how I say it because he said that he just shouldn't have said that.
Okay, since we I know we're not gonna talk about sports, but I gotta get me an analogy off. Just the way he talk, the way he sound, it's like he heard DeMar DeRozan say he got the best mid-range package in NBA history type. That's what it feels like, cuz. And we sitting here able to look at KD like he exists.
Like you see him.
Like
He's
Kobe
right there.
didn't like. God rest his soul, but like Kobe existed. You know what I mean? Like we see the niggas better than you at what you can proclaim.
MJ
like,
existed, bro.
Like he was there
he actually,
for a long time. Like he made a lot of shots in the mid range.
Yeah.
Like you got your style from him.
Low key, MJ was like the mid-tier god.
Right.
And it's just like
so.
But we looking at DeMar DeRozan saying this type of shit. So like I feel what you saying. Like
he just shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
He just shouldn't have said it.
He shouldn't have said. But in the spirit of marketing and advertising and branding,
I get it.
It worked.
I get it.
It's the king, pimp.
I get it, bro.
And then, let
me just say this. I was not. When you was like, "Hey, bro, you gotta step in and
do this." My nigga said, "Ah, damn,
I gotta do this shit." Damn, bro.
But you didn't lose one of your other spots though.
I appreciate that. So it's just like I was like, let me come in, and I was like, I gotta listen to it, and when I listened to it, I was like, okay, yeah,
I could be washing dishes right now.
I was like,
well, I am washing dishes.
And I promise you, I'm not gonna be completely on that side of the coin when it comes to this album, because there are some songs on here I like, but when I get to the song with Wayne, and Wayne just like,
I'm talking about riding out tonight,
and I was like,
only way I die first.
Gotta kill me.
I said,
it's Wayne, bro.
It's like
it's Wayne.
Yeah.
And this is like Carter 1 year.
So you saying he wouldn't even get his final fault? Man, chill out, man. Chill out. Hey, cause like
just saying.
I'm cracking jokes with y'all, but like I think I feel a different way. Like so all right. Okay. I don't of course I don't think this album is a classic per se.
Right.
If we it's a
southern classic.
It's a southern like cult classic type thing. Like if you bring up T.I.,
you gonna
it wouldn't be talked too far removed from Urban Legend coming up in conversation.
Right.
Right? Like these are probably some of the biggest songs of his career outside of like Live Your Life and like where he really crossed over.
He got he got his first top 10 single on Billboard off this album.
And that was Bring 'Em Out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's good. I'm sorry. And then like, okay, so I guess it's an underrated. It's underrated in the staying power that it does have.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's also seemingly overrated because it didn't age as well as some of the songs didn't age as well as we thought they would. Like, and then it feels like once you got all the information from back then, I hear songs that could have made the Carter. I hear songs that could have made Me Against the World. You know what I mean? Like I hear that, bro. Yeah, this nigga got wrecked by Nelly, bro.
I mean, DJ said the best though, bro. Like I feel like when it comes to this album, you listen. Like when I'm talking about this album, I'm talking about this album from 2004.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But the thing is, like, you still gotta.
If you listen back
in 2023, like,
that's rough though.
I mean, but so
I understand.
That's when we bring up the C word, like what we talking about right now is irrelevant.
That's why I put Southern in front of it because it is.
And I agree with that because it's on the wall. It's right here. It's like, on the wall. It's a
Southern classic.
It is, in my opinion, it is a good album. It's a good listen. Like it's one of those. I don't have to skip a song on here.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, when you told me that we was doing this, I didn't have to like really go back and play it.
I said have to.
Okay.
I'll be honest, bro. It ain't a song on here that I just want to skip. It may be a song like, okay, if I'm in the car and I got a 35-minute ride and I'm finna cut on Urban Legend, it may be a few songs I'm gonna skip then. But if I'm going to Tuscaloosa,
right.
And for the people who watching who not from Alabama, that is a 45 to an hour-minute ride.
Yeah.
I mean, an hour ride from where we are right now. I'm gonna listen to the whole album.
Okay.
So I'm sitting here cracking jokes with y'all, but like I do,
I
do actually like this album.
It's a Southern classic, bro. I'm saying on that.
But it's a couple songs on here that if I like had to skip this album as far as like bring my red pen out. It's a couple songs that I'm slapping T.I. in the face for being on this album. It's a couple songs. So like, let's get so on that note, let's get to like our favorite songs on the album. I'm gonna go last because I want to hear what y'all gotta say first. DJ, since we know we're gonna get the most balanced. We're gonna get the piece from you.
The most balanced review.
Let's go first.
My favorite song on the album is probably gonna be either between it's a toss up between The Greatest and Praying for Help.
Okay.
I like Praying for Help a lot.
So that'll probably be like my top two. But yeah, The Greatest, Pray for Help.
Let me get 5.
I like Countdown. I like Bring 'Em Out. I like Stand Up. And I gotta put ASAP in there. ASAP. Yeah. Those are mine. I'll probably say ASAP. Yeah.
Cole.
Let's see. I got 5. I do have 5 songs. No particular order. I have to figure out which is my favorite. You Don't Know Me. ASAP. What They Do with BG. Because I like BG.
That song is hard.
Good song.
Like BG killed that feature.
It's a really good song.
I know people.
I was in the BG at the time.
Yeah.
Freak though with Pharrell, and the only reason why I like that is because that song actually related to a girl that I knew.
Yeah,
the stand up song with Wayne and Trick, because Wayne slid.
Bro, Trick that actually had a fire ass verse.
Yeah, he was good on there too.
You know John Wayne better than
all the
motherfuckers dead.
But
motherfuckers from the Wild West.
I got to that song. And I'm thinking, I said, oh, T.I. and Wayne. I said, this gonna be, yeah. And Wayne was like, this a throwaway verse, so I'll just go ahead and just, here you go.
Yeah.
Here's some charity
this
for
shit
you.
A favor.
I was doing the dedication and I stopped.
Wayne did that for a lot of people though. Like he kind of like was able to just kind of like throw niggas verses, bro. So like I feel like that's like Stand Up is not gonna be on my top 5 because like I like Wayne verse the most.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna put it on my top 5 because I like Wayne verse the most.
That
It's
nigga snap, bro.
Like,
but you know that it's not in any way related to this song.
Yeah,
It don't fit.
Yeah.
Like the only part that kind of sound like it could have matched was maybe like the last line and the first 2 lines.
yeah.
But other than that, it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
this nigga just got in there horn.
Now hearing that shit in 2004 though.
Hard. It's still hard. It just
Yeah.
don't match.
Nigga.
It just don't match.
But it didn't have to for me
'Cause
because
it
it
was
was
so
Wayne.
That nigga
Yeah,
snapped, but it was just like, oh,
Yeah, you can
he
just
can't. Like he literally like
in hindsight you can just tell.
yeah.
Like,
He said, "I'm doing my own thing."
yeah, like I'm just gonna give you this verse.
Middle finger to life. For real. What's your 5? Ron, did you get your 5?
No. My
Did
5
you
is-
finish?
Yeah, I'm done. That was my
Okay.
5 right there.
My 5 is 5.
Well, I already know your first.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I know your first one.
Yeah, you was in here rapping it just
Yeah.
a second ago.
So it's obviously Why You Mad at Me.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you don't really got to rate that else. But like, Why You Mad at Me? Motivation. Praying for Help. And Chilling with My Bitch Today. And that's 4. So what can I be at number 5 without putting Stand Up because of Wayne verse?
Just give it to Stan.
Did I say ASAP?
Just get.
No, you
think
did.
so.
I get ASAP.
Okay.
I'm at. So
What's yours, Skip?
I don't know. I'm finna see. I'm finna see. Okay, so I don't have a fact. No. I think my favorite song is I don't know. I don't have a favorite. I'm just gonna go through the ones I like. Praying for Help.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta put Motivation and ASAP. Fucking
Yeah, I'm gonna take Countdown out. Put Motivation in there. Cause that shit was my ringtone. Like a year
mine
and a
too.
half.
I had a
Everybody's
Sprint
ringtone?
flip phone back then.
Yeah.
I had like
Yeah, I just
because
thought about
that's
it
kind
now.
of why I got a like ASAP and Motivation was on that flip phone. Like I bought them ringtones.
Yeah, I did too.
So
yeah,
I
okay.
think
I
Yeah,
think that probably
take Countdown out, and I'm putting Motivation.
Motivation probably
Motivation.
came with some phones.
Motivation, ASAP. Why You Mad at Me? Shit. Praying for Help. And
Come on, Skip. Let's match. We're gonna be twins.
Because it's just like this album started off so
So-
fire, bro.
Mhm.
And
In the middle, it just kind
and maybe and probably Bring Them Out. Yeah,
Y'all don't like Countdown?
it's cool.
I like
I'm being
Countdown.
sarcastic.
Oh, okay.
I like Countdown, but I'm gonna take it out for Motivation. Though.
Okay, on 3, let's say our least favorite song on the album. 1,
Least.
2, 3.
Chilling
with my bitch today. I hate that fucking song.
Chilling with my bitch today.
I hate that song. Why the fuck? Bro.
I was trying to remember which one was like the club type song.
Get
Loose.
You are busting open. Let me see you get loose.
Nah,
Yeah, Get Loose.
I like
Get Loose went crazy. In
I like-
Davidson,
I
so
like
I
Get
can't-
Loose was
yeah,
fire,
My
bro.
bestmaness won't let me.
Bruh, I done got pinned to the wall. On
You know what I'm saying? Like just
I hate Chilling with my bitch though. I hate that song.
I don't like
it's
that
just
song.
like-
Get the
it's just
DJ.
like what-
Oh,
I skip that shit every fucking
Yeah.
time.
I love that song.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree that it didn't have to be there.
Yeah,
Like
like
it didn't have to be on the
I
album,
hate
but I
that
appreciate
song.
it though.
Cole, I'm gonna kind of have to go back through the albums that you're scheduled for, because we keep getting these albums that got certain songs that just don't belong,
yeah.
and it's like it maybe was a good idea back then. Like on the Blueprint, we had a couple songs just like, bro, they just aged terribly.
Yeah.
And here we go with another album from that era where I kind of feel like he followed the Blueprint, where he tried to like get a song for each vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where I wanted to go with that. Like this album is low key a mess to me.
It's no direction.
Thank you. Like
Yeah.
it's all over the place. It's like I'm gonna cover everything, and I'm like, you really don't have to, bro. Like talk about selling dope because that works. It works on trap music.
But that's the thing, like, and that's one thing about this album that I do respect and commend T.I. just as a person. Like he tried to like ascend beyond what got him in the game.
Yeah.
He didn't always want to talk about that. Like,
yeah, that's one of my points.
Like praying for help is such a mature song for what he was at this point in time.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he was 24 when he was recording a lot of these songs.
Right.
So like for him to do that and like really talk about what's going on and saying like, if don't criticize us if you're not gonna provide a way out. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so it's like, I get it. So with that type of, I would rather him do that than be McMill.
I got you.
So
I got you.
Fucking yeah.
He attempted to
you.
diversify. I just think some of them was just like maybe too, like somebody just brought the song in and he was like, I'm gonna lay the verse. And you can tell
it worked in 2004. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I think the producer features,
Mm-hmm.
I think all of them brought the song to him.
Yeah.
I think
More than likely.
Pharrell definitely brought it.
I mean, he said Pharrell just did that he said he don't even know why Pharrell did it.
Manny Fresh definitely did that. Jazzy Faye did it. Nah, I don't know about stand up. That might have been an organic creation.
I can see that.
You think Lil Jon brought that?
Yeah. I think he did. I think he did because it was kind of like I said. I mean, that's that Atlanta connection. You know, Lil Jon them had an album came out that year.
Yeah, Lil Jon was like really.
He
big
had an
at
album
that
come out
time.
that year.
Yeah.
Kings of Crump?
I think so.
Okay.
Can I just let me just
you can
say
you can say whatever you want to say.
let me just preference why this is not what a lot of people think it is. Let me go down the list of things that I was listening to in 2004.
That's unfair though, bro.
Hey,
that's unfair.
Let me just do it.
Bigger 9.
This the same year College Dropout came out.
Unfair,
College Dropout came out in February. NERD Fly Die came out in March. Lloyd Banks Hunger for More came out in June. Lil Wayne The Carter 1 came out in June. The executive produced Snoop RNG with Beautiful on there came out that year. The same day this dropped, Nas Street Disciples dropped. And one of the biggest selling albums I think of that year was Encore from Eminem. So when all I'm saying is I wasn't looking for this album in 2004.
But for a nigga like me who didn't have access to all of that shit,
this shit
was gospel to me.
Like this shit was extremely relevant.
And going back through it, like at my mature age, a lot of this album lasts.
He could have stopped at number 9, honestly.
Yeah.
He could have stopped at number 9. If you're looking at it from the scope of albums today, he really could have stopped at number 9.
Nah, he need Bring 'Em Out, so that'll be 10.
He needed
a 10 pop.
I ain't gonna lie. Been 5. He needed My Life too. Like that was a perfect ending to this album.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
He needed Stand Up, My Life,
Bring 'Em
Out.
And that's it.
So 12. 11. That's 11.
Yeah.
Because after 9 is basically Bring 'Em Out my Life.
Yeah.
So he could have hit him with 11.
Yeah, because we would have got rid of Get Your Shit Together. Yeah, so it would have been 12.
Yeah, because you still need Get Loose on now.
And bruh.
You do, bro. Get Loose is one of them songs,
Get Loose was going crazy.
Oh my God, Limelight is like
clubs.
Limelight is a nasty, nasty favor. That is a nasty favor.
What you mean?
He wanted.
I hate when
his
niggas try to put their
rap.
niggas
Yeah,
on
like
if the music isn't good.
Right.
Oh, okay.
You don't sacrifice a song on your album.
He wanted
for your
Pimp Squad
niggas
Click to be on the album.
Boy, bruh. Big Country just knew.
Yeah, that was rough.
He knew.
That's a rough track to
that
have.
nigga knew he was 8 Ball, bruh. That nigga knew he was wrong.
That might be the worst song.
That nigga, you couldn't tell, bro. I was listening to that shit again. I was like, damn. Like I had to go back and check. I'm like, bro, is this 8 Ball? I'm the one she called that. Nigga, shut up.
That's a really bad song.
Yeah, that shit was terrible.
That's a bad cut.
And then it's like 2 completely distinct hooks.
Yeah.
It's like he just told him, hey man, just go in there and do what y'all want.
They rapper singing.
He hit this number. This your shot. This your shot, man.
Don't fuck up.
Don't fuck up.
And they went in there and fucked up.
I just hate them kind of songs where they trying to like play a character versus that's just who they are.
Yeah.
Them niggas ain't pimps like that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what the clique was called, bro.
Right.
Them niggas ain't pimping like that, bro.
Now, if they would have put Heavy Chevy, you remember Heavy Chevy?
Yeah.
Now, if Heavy Chevy was in the place of Lime, then it would have been complete.
Nigga, they needed Bohannon.
Because Heavy Chevy was crazy.
Nigga, they needed boy.
Boy.
Oh God,
Yeah,
and
this-
Shawty Red. This shit was a disaster.
Lamb like when it could. That was not it.
Oh man. And we already said that this album doesn't necessarily have like the most direction. It's not a story.
No.
It's a compilation of songs. It's a compilation of good songs. So like, of course, it's not gonna be like no overarching theme for the album, like in its totality. But yeah, man.
That just went away in 2004, bro. Like they really wasn't.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
Lloyd Banks ain't tell no story, bro.
Kanye West did.
It's Kanye West. That was his
first
nucleus,
album,
bro.
though.
That was his nucleus, bro. Like that's why I keep saying that whenever you mention him, it's unfair because that is literally a changing of the guard.
So Hunger for More? Nah.
Ain't no stories really just being told for the man.
Yeah, Carmen was, man.
Okay.
And we're back. All right. What were we
TV
talking
time
about before we took our little break? What were we talking about?
We was talking about Limelight and how
Bad it was.
Okay, y'all keep going. Let me make sure everything's straight. Keep going.
Bro, I will say though, I think with the success that T.I. had with this album, he really was able to project like his run in music because he was like, by the time I'm 28, I'm gonna be standing on top. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then if you look at the run he had after this album, you had King, that was in 2006. You had T.I. versus T.I.P. Then you had Paper Trail.
Yep.
By that time, he was 28, 29. Yeah. And that's when he was at the peak of his career, bro.
Buying real estate.
Yeah. So I'm just oceanfront property in Idaho, I can sell you.
That nigga said, I'm gonna have control over all that I survey. T.I. been trying to use educated words, like even way back.
He was a good rapper, cuz.
Yeah, that's
and that's what I will say.
Yeah, like listening to T.I., like, bruh, people really kind of like, I know people kind of laugh at it, but it's really kind of underappreciated in terms of how he does music because he's very clear and concise in everything that he says, bro. Like more so on the songs that he do, like in actual interviews. Yeah. Like he gets his points across very clear on the song, bro.
He can rap.
Like you can easily follow what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like at all times. So that's one thing I feel like that's kind of underrated about T.I. that I really like. And I appreciate that, just how you can really follow what he's saying in his music.
I just think he had a conflict of identity, and that's what stopped him from having.
T.I. versus T.I.P. was a literal.
Yeah.
Well, but okay. So Urban Legend was basically the album. So the album previous he had been dropped from Atlantic, and this was quote unquote his comeback album. But this is the album that he came out and was flourishing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He got the Swiss the Swiss production. Like he got to bring him out with the Jay-Z sample, and it went crazy. This was like his first top 10 Billboard single.
That video for the first time, I was like, yeah, he's out of here.
Right.
I can't hear you.
This album thrived off the back of that single, though. If you ask me, like I'm just gonna be honest. Like,
is this not to cut you off? Is this the one time Swiss Beats got it right?
Probably so.
Okay. Possibly. That's actually possible.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on now.
Nah, I said what I said.
Just stop, DJ.
Don't
do this, bro.
So
don't go down this road, man.
Not with Rough Riders. I'm just.
That's what I'm like. Don't like.
Not with Rough Riders.
Okay, all right.
This is the first time he got it right.
That's when the sound was insulated.
Okay. That's what I was
talking about what he did off the reservation.
Okay, that's fine.
That was also when the sound was being created and nurtured, right? So
okay.
I
had to clarify, bro.
Yeah, we was cool with it at the beginning.
Swiss had a little mini run in there, bro. Don't do that.
But when we boom cat, like, all right.
Even though he did have a whole lawsuit situation with Casio when he was on Rough Rider because they were saying that he was stealing some of their patterns and using them. Yeah, like it's documented.
So now he only has one. so they sued that nigga for his. Oh, that explains it. That's why he only got one pattern because like he got sued for the rest of them.
Look it up.
Fire.
Look it up.
Damn.
He had a lawsuit from Casio and it was just like, hey, bro. You doing the most.
Run your skills back, nigga, because they all borrowed.
Bro, they got their talents taken like on Space Jam.
Space Jam. Damn.
That nigga ball.
So it's like all he can like they stole that nigga memories and everything. Like he don't even remember making that shit. It's just tat 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 boom tat. Oh, damn! This nigga got permanent. You got served. This nigga got permanent. You got served. Itis.
I'm just saying.
This nigga make dance battle music. Shout out to Swiss Beats.
All right, come on, really bad, bro.
Damn, fuck that.
Really bad. Come on, bro.
All right, okay.
And y'all chose to put him against Timbaland in a versus. Get out of here.
And that's why they had to partner up after that.
Right.
Because it's like when you take your homeboy in the backyard and you beat him up real bad like that, or when you beating it, but y'all ain't never seen up. And I promise
you can't beat him.
Like when you seen somebody like two niggas get to fight and one nigga like clearly like mops the other nigga, and then like 6 months later they best friends. Because he like, bro, I'd rather have you as a friend,
right,
than an enemy.
Right.
He beat your ass. So you know if you ever need somebody to help you, you got this nigga that just put hands and feet on you a couple months ago. He gonna protect you. He gonna make sure you straight. So yeah, man, I feel like standing next to him, like, granted, Swiss Beats has had a storied career as a producer. Him standing next to Timbaland does like add an extra aura of, you know, that.
Man, I don't know how we just
sorry.
Okay,
so it make him look better than what he is.
Of course, everybody need a little shine, a little lotion.
Man, yeah.
Nobody wants to look ashy, brother.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be ashy.
Yeah, man. You know.
Okay, man. Come on, really.
Swiss was out here looking real ashy, bro. He was
really bad.
Swiss Beats look at Timbaland and be like, "You are the fancy car that keeps me going." I know you. But yeah, man. Okay, so themes and concepts. Like, I know it's not a bunch of them, but like, what are just some of the things that like stuck out to you while you were listening to the project? We'll say that as opposed to themes and concepts. What are just some of the things that he said that you felt like just kept space within the album?
This was at the time when he was beefing with Flip. So for me, I was catching a lot of the beef. Like he was throwing shots a lot of the times. Just like, why you mad at me? Some stuff in there. You don't know me. Just, you know, he was in the middle of beefing. So that's what I was catching from it. I was like, oh, he really coming at dude. I think that was the same year Flip was actually was in Atlanta. I think that happened that same year. Flip was in Atlanta performing. And he shut down the show. He was like, I think T.I. was like, come on out here, little Flip. Come on out. Bring your ass on out here. So that's what I got from it. I really enjoyed the songs where I knew he was throwing shots.
Yeah.
So that's what I was pulling
And it was
from.
a lot. Like, that nigga ended like my life like unnecessarily popping shit. I'm like, bro, relax. The album is over.
Right.
It's okay. And this ain't even a song that called for this type of shit. But yeah, go ahead.
What year did Thug Motivation and Trap or Die come out?
I'll pull it up right now.
Was that?
It had to be 2005.
Thug Motivation?
101.
Trap or Die?
Yeah, both of those.
Trap or Die had to be 0405.
Thug Motivation
is 2005.
Okay.
TM101 is 2005.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm on point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the reason
the Snowman.
The reason why I bring that up is because with songs like ASAP and Motivation, I kind of feel as though, like, this just my honest opinion. I feel as though those songs like that was kind of like the blueprint that really made trap music at that time. Like, when I hear Motivation and
talk your shit,
that's valid.
And ASAP, I hear Thug Motivation, I hear Trap or Die in that shit. Like, that's woven into the DNA of how Jeezy came out.
That's valid.
And honestly, I just feel as though this was really kind of like the start of that wave, the whole trap, like that kind of shit, because that was a transition in music. Yeah. It really was. And I think with it, I mean, not a huge transition, but like in the South.
I agree.
In the South, it definitely was.
Yeah.
And I feel as though this was like one of the starts.
You from here?
Of that.
I grew up in the Bay.
Okay, so that explains a lot, actually.
Yeah.
That explains so much more.
I'm going back to I'm just trying to see what Gucci was. Ooh. I'm trying to go back to 2004.
I got armor all in my tongue. I talk slick.
Nah, man.
Gucci was 2005 too. So
so I just feel so this was like, I think people like, especially in Atlanta, they respected T.I. for that.
The cinematic sound of trap music.
Yeah,
I think he made it cinematic.
Yeah, so I feel so those were those type of songs, and that's why T.I. early on especially got that respect. Because I mean, granted, you can kind of hear it in Messiahs and in trap music, but definitely on this with those two songs in particular, like I feel so they kind of just cemented him in the Atlanta music scene for real, honestly, and that just evolved the whole trap wave during that time.
I got that more from trap music though.
That's I said you could hear it in trap music too, but definitely just in reference to this album. Like ASAP and Motivation for me.
Yeah, it's a polished version of
I got you.
What basically started happening in Atlanta rap.
I got you.
Okay, so instead of themes and concepts, let's talk about how this album is important to the evolution of trap music. How it made it bigger than drug shit, in a sense. It made it a lifestyle as opposed to, okay, I'm talking about pitching drugs and that's all I'm giving. Like, it's like everything all encompassing, and the instrumentation, the production makes it so much more immersive. Yeah. Because like for one thing that we talked and joked and all this other shit, this is an amazingly produced album.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with that.
Like Lil Wayne was in his bag as far as him and Manny Fresh in this era, like the Carter 1 and Carter 2. I think this is produced better than both of them.
I'm not mad at that.
And I'm willing to stand on. This is an amazing produced album. I don't think it's even a pretty good beat on this album. I think every beat on here is fire.
Yeah.
I was listening to What They Do Today. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Except for Limelight. Limelight wasn't a good beat either.
Huh?
Except for Limelight.
I still think the beat was good. I just think the song was terrible. The beat
was.
It was cool.
I can go with that. Yeah, like I think all the beats are good. It's just the content of the songs that make.
I think that honestly, when it comes to Urban Legend, and they kind of go back to like I think that kind of bridged the concepts and themes and what you're saying about like how it kind of pushed trap music forward, like taking some like Motivation or ASAP or like Why They Mad at Me, to where it's like, all right, like if T.I. ain't do one thing on this album, the few songs that he got where he actually telling the story, like he really, like you said, he get his point across. Like he really was able to paint some pictures on them particular tracks to where it's like, okay, cool, I respect this nigga as a like Southern rapper. Like he meant so much because this really was like the first. This really was like the first time that a South nigga was really kind of giving you like a real day in the life of a trap nigga type. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he really was painting that picture to where by the time Jeezy came out, like you already visually understood it. You know what I mean? We right down the street from Atlanta, so you know what I mean. Like we used to go there all the time, but we ain't really know about Camilton Road and Bankhead and this and that and the third. We was going to Lennox and Underground, you know what I mean? Until this shit happened, and it's like, oh, it's a lot of hood shit going on, you know what I mean? Like he really just painted he painted them pictures and it pushed that trap shit forward. So by the time that next year came, shit, the floodgates was open, bro.
But yeah, I really do, and I feel like Rick Ross should be very appreciative. Like musically, this, like he said, the floodgates, this sound opened up all of the things that this type of music could be, because it was, especially at this era, especially coming into the 2000s, Southern rap was dumbed all the way down. It was dumbed all the way down. Outkast had already did their thing. They was already gone. Like
their last album was the year before.
Exactly. And Goody Mob was like, people respected Goody Mob, but like Goody Mob wasn't received like this.
They deserve an essay at some point.
And when it's time, when we're prepared, we can make that happen.
They deserve an essay.
So yeah, like this sound, and I think Ross was listening to this shit like, damn, like I can take this to an even higher level sonically. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think like
niggas started adding musicality to
exactly. So it's like, okay, it ain't just dry and mundane. Like this shit, this created the allure for it.
Yeah.
And like you said, he was able to rap too, so he was able to get his shit off. Like, and I think like the trapping shit was just the product. He was just a product of that.
Yeah.
But you can tell, like, throughout this album, he had aspirations for much more than that.
Yeah.
Like, not just in his life, you know what I'm saying, but like musically too. Like
Yeah.
he wanted to show that he could do more than that. And I think this was his first major studio attempt at trying to be more than what he had been typecasted as a nigga from the streets who can only talk about drugs.
And he took off after that because you got King, which is fucking amazing.
He got his first movie around by that time.
Yeah,
too.
first movie run. T.I. versus T.I.P. I feel so is kind of underrated in my opinion. But
I gotta agree with you on that too.
Like-
I like that album too. I feel
like
like a lot of people kind of look down on it.
yeah,
But
I think it was actually good what he tried to do on that. I really do think so. Then right after that, you had Paper Trail. Like that was, I feel so that was like his peak at that point.
So
And then-
him going, the music, his best music was around him going to jail. Is what y'all saying?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
When he had a little pressure.
yeah,
Yeah.
him coming home or about to leave. Yeah,
Okay.
that's where he put his most into the shit.
Well,
So
yeah.
he Sue Surf.
Wow.
All right.
Let me just say this too. Double XL actually ranked his albums. This album was like third under Trap Music and King, and this is like his fourth. This was like his fourth best-selling album. So
I
it was
can
doing something.
Yeah.
I
Because
say in 2004, it was pretty relevant.
Yeah.
Looking back, that's up for discussion.
But let me ask y'all this: do y'all feel like it was relevant because of T.I. and his rapping skills, or because of the production being so good?
I think both.
It's both
Because
It's-
T.I.
it's
was
a
getting off
marriage
on
of
this
both.
album.
Yeah,
He was getting off on this album. I just think some of his creative choices just weren't the best. And it was just like at pivotal parts of the album. So I
Yeah,
think
it's the
that's it's
sequencing,
like
bro.
once you get into it, you like, damn, she a freak though?
Yeah.
This nigga wrote a poem about the all right, I'm trying not to use those
it's
words.
the sequencing matters so much.
Yeah,
Because
in
it's
the
like,
album, bro.
get your shit together, then freak though, then
Yeah.
countdown.
Break
Yeah, like
it
Dan-
up.
when you
Dan bring
look
them out?
back at it with like a more polished, you know what I mean? Like when you look back at it with a more polished way of digesting music,
Yeah,
you
But-
could tell that it's
His A&R should have been backhanded.
Skip made a really good point though. This album started out strong as
As-
I ain't gonna
bruh,
hold you.
All get out.
I was like, okay,
I'm
but
okay. Let's go through. Let's
Shit.
go through it. Okay, the King.
cool.
good intro.
Yeah, cool. It was okay.
I hated
good
the.
intro.
I hated it.
I hated the hook,
yes,
Don't care for the hook.
but
I
it
didn't like the
was
sample.
all in.
I didn't like the King of Rock sample.
Yeah. So the King, but all in all, the King was a good song. Motivation.
Fire.
You don't know me. ASAP. Praying for help. Why you mad at me? Get loose. Like I like Get Loose.
Could have stopped it.
Get Luke. That's when it
What they
started
do?
going down for me.
Hard. The greatest.
I
This
like
first
He could have stopped at number 9.
like you said,
Like, real
them first 9 is crazy. Then it's just like he did what a lot of artists do. It's like, okay, I did that. Let me get some of these off. Cause one of these might take off.
Mhm.
Like this might get me extended play on urban radio. You
It's
know
so
what I mean?
crazy
it's
how
me and
like the
Lil' Kim.
landscape of rap used to be, bro.
And then it's men for real.
Cause like how many songs on this album?
17.
That was standard in 2004.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Now look at albums today. I don't want an album past 12 songs.
but it's a different time,
But
bro.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's just crazy
physical
how like
sales-
the landscape of rap just changed, bro.
physical
'cause he-
sales mattered then.
He literally threw these songs on the back end of the album
Yeah.
because he had to fit the status quo. I need to have a lot of songs on my shit. So you feel me?
Cause Countdown was straight.
I like him.
Countdown-
They not bad
Countdown
songs
is song when he-
inherently outside.
Cause
of
he
rap.
did
Like,
flip on
it's just
Countdown,
bad.
didn't he?
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. So yeah. Countdown was good. Bring 'em Out was good. Limelight was extremely horrible. Chilling with my bitch, it shouldn't have been on here. But I understand.
Yeah, like I said, it's a good song.
He
It
was-
just
he-
shouldn't have been there.
He was the pussy pumper. Stand Up, good. My life, bro, it's like 3 songs on here, like for real, for real. It's 3 objective songs that shouldn't be on here.
Yeah.
Freak though, get your shit together. Well, nah. Matter of fact, I would leave. Nope, Freak.
Yeah,
no,
you're
no.
not leaving that.
Freak though gotta go if we getting rid of the rest of the shit. So get your shit together, gotta go.
For the first 9
Freak though
songs,
gotta
like, they
go,
gotta
and Chilling with my bitch gotta go, and Limelight. If we get those 4 off and we left with the 13, this is a C word.
And that's a 2020-ish
Yeah,
album.
yeah. So with that being said,
Boy, you
being
bitch
said,
pressing, ain't it?
Hard.
So with that being
Hard.
said, I'm saying that to say that this album, like even though we was joking on it, like some of the biggest gripes that we have about it are because those songs not only were on the album, they were on the album clustered like that.
Yeah.
So it like almost creates this weird split in the album at this weird point in time. Like, if anything, those should have been what some of the more like maybe self-aware songs should have been.
Yeah.
Like, he should have really like got into his rapper bag. It probably should have been like another Doing My Job. You know what I'm saying? Or some shit like that, as opposed to this. And it would have, you know, helped him get through the album. Maybe a skit. Like, it just something other than that. You know what I mean? But like, let's talk about the songs we do like. So I'm gonna let you go first. What's it? Why You Mad at Me?
Why You Mad at Me?
Just tell me why you like the song, my brother.
The whole thing of Why You Mad at Me is really about, like, that's really about me appreciating somebody painting like a real picture.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, as far as like just like putting you in, like I said, a day in the life of a nigga in the trap. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he really was able to put you in that space. Whereas like if you don't know, you know what I mean? Like, if you don't know nothing about no gangster shit, you can listen to that song and have a clue.
Damn, it's TM 101. But it's trap music 101.
You feel me? Like,
damn.
Like, you really can have a clue. So like,
shit. Go ahead.
Bar for bar.
Damn.
You can stole my own flow. You gotta be honest, man. Don't be telling the secrets, bro.
Damn, like, that's crazy.
But I'll never say that in public because I love that. I can't do that. I can't do that.
Stole that nigga anthem.
Oh, it's on the record now.
No, bro.
Oh my DJ, this shit's so crazy because it's like it's not just the sound of Motivation and ASAP. It's the fact that they're anthems. Man,
Boy, Thug Motivation is full of anthems, bro. From front to back, bro. Like,
wow,
that's what I'm saying.
Nigga, even Countdown.
That's
bring them out. Fuck it.
That's a wild realization to have mid session.
That's what I'm saying. Like people,
this shit full of anthems, bro. Okay. So hold on, wait.
People gotta get that man.
I'm not gonna do Jeezy like that, bro.
No, Jeezy my nigga, bro. It ain't no disrespect. Jeezy my nigga, bro.
Real quick,
he literally took the best of T.I.
Real quick, let's start all the way over. Like everything is running. We're gonna keep it running. That just helps. That I look at the album completely different now. This whole album is just full of anthems. Yeah. That's all. That's why it doesn't have a direction like that. It's just all anthems. Mm-hmm. Get your shit together. Anthem. Freak Though. Anthem. Countdown. Anthem. Bring them out. Anthem. Like, Stand Up. Anthem. Like, The King. It's an intro. It's an anthem-esque, but it's really just the intro. Motivation. You Don't Know Me. ASAP. Like, it's everything all is fucking anthems.
Everything is quotable.
Anthem, bro. These are anthems, bro.
Everything quotable. Like, it's like,
and I feel so. That's why people say this is a classic. It's because of that.
It's so many anthems, bro. And it's like when he got in that bag, he didn't miss, and then he had the real shit. It's just when he tried to get in his girl bag, it didn't work. But everything else, bro,
it ain't even that it didn't work. It don't fit. Was unnecessary.
Yeah, at the time. Like, it really wasn't necessary.
I didn't need you to tell me about that.
But you got.
And I like the song. Like, I really do like Chilling With My Bitch Today.
When did Change Clothes come out?
Ooh, that's what Black Album, right? Yeah, that's 04. That's 04.
I don't think it was 04. Change Clothes.
No, Black Album couldn't have been 04. That was 04?
You sure?
Hold up, I'm looking it up.
Keep
now.
looking. Because under that assumption.
03. Year before.
Year before. So shit, that make even more sense. So he had to try to get him one of them.
Exactly. So with that understanding, Jay-Z is the tastemaker in rap at this time.
He had to get him one.
It was necessary.
Yeah, his top 10 song was a Jay-Z hook, a Jay-Z sample.
Yeah. Damn.
The song he got his first top 10 off of was a Jay-Z sample.
So that wild claim I made earlier is making even more sense right now. Okay, so he followed the blueprint to a T.
Yes.
Okay. But hey,
can't be mad at that.
This shit is riddled with anthems though. So it's like, and then like he gave us for a nigga like me, who folks say I don't necessarily like fun. Well, Joe always tell me I don't like fun music, but like,
shout out to Joe, man. Shout out producer Joe.
I mean,
man.
I'm gonna be honest, Skip. There'll be times where I don't think you like fun music.
Man, I like fun music, bro. I'm not finna sit down and decipher no fun music.
No, I feel that.
So I listen to my fun music in my free time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not finna sit down on this couch and advocate for no fucking
I'm waiting for this.
Whole lot of red or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I ain't finna be like, hey, top Screech album all time. I'm not finna do that, bro. Like I listen to that shit and keep it pushing. Like I love Travis Scott, but I'm never finna sit down and try to break down the Travis Scott album and get the point across that it's good. Niggas know
so
it's
you gonna
good.
never do no Uzi, bro?
No, nigga, like nah, bro, chill out. But,
not Utopia, not even Astro World.
I'm not gonna break it down because okay, another story for another day.
Sorry.
That album is a classic to me.
Me too.
I understand why you wouldn't break it down.
Yeah,
I love that
but like, so when we talk about music, we talking about shit that like got legs to it.
Yeah, you can't even fully get a themes
exactly. So like
discussion out of urban legend. So I understand why you wouldn't. You know what I mean?
So it's like,
makes sense.
how am I just finna sit down and be like, hey, bro, no bystander. You know what I mean? Right. You feel me? So it's like I'm not finna. I just can't force that. But what I'm saying is, I'm saying it to say like to lean into the assumption that I don't like fun music. A song like "Praying for Help," like he really took the time to like craft an excellent rap song.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm really sitting down and we on some food for thought type shit, which is the primary reason why I listen to rap. Like this is what I'm coming for. Like I want top tier level raps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he chose spots on this album to do that. Yeah. Like, nah, it's some formulaic shit on here. Anybody on top, any rapper T.I.P. But back to reality, G.O.D. still carrying me. Nigga, I run. So it's like, it's room for everything.
Yeah.
You know, except the songs that we already discussed. DJ,
I hate to say it.
Oh, go ahead.
But no, I'm talking about Limelight. Just I'm going to emphatically say the name of that song so people know that is not a good song.
Hey, pimp.
But
that one is just not a good song.
You can still say that T.I. was still hungry with this album.
Oh,
like
100%.
You can still like don't get what I'm saying wrong. Like I still feel like T.I. was a hungry. Like he's like, I gotta get it. This label done dropped me. These people ain't believing in me. And being able to get the type of production he got for this album, that was a huge win for him. So it's like I'm trying to get it.
Yeah, he was an urban legend.
But not like
you had to let y'all niggas know, bro.
Urban legend, nigga. I'm coming out the abyss like a damn. I am a myth that must be actualized on y'all niggas. I can make exponentially increasingly tangible urban assets through the urban marketplace. You feel me? Like and bro,
through my specific palette of media choosing.
And then, but you know, man, it's good, bro. Like,
but that's what I'm saying though. Like, I think that the
overarching
overarching theme when it comes to this album in particular is like, when you like being from the South, bro, like listening to that and hearing that in 2004 being a Southern nigga, it was different.
Yeah.
So that's why I understand when you say like, that's why I asked you were you actually from here, because like when you looking at it from that scope of like, you gotta think about it. Like your microscope of music was way bigger than ours.
But I've always been a music head though, bro. Like I've always been.
But think about it. You got 3 Southern niggas who also consider themselves music heads. But when it came to 2004, like our scope of music was a lot smaller.
Yeah, because you might come to us with some shit from the Bay, and it might not hit us the same.
Bro, in 2004, I was in Texas. Like I wasn't living in Texas, but that's what my head was. I was still. I was all about the Texas rappers at that time, because in 2004 the Texas was huge. Texas was running rap at that time.
And I can tell you something about that was crazy, because I was a big fan of DSR.
Me too. Oh,
but listen to me though. A lot of people in Birmingham, in Bessemer, had no clue who these niggas was.
Bruh.
That's like your microscope of music was so much bigger. Like I just so happened to stumble on that shit on some fucking goddamn like
fat bastard.
Like bro, like I still play Purple Huck to this day, cause like
throwbacks.
Because I just so happened to, as a matter of fact, I had a homeboy named Jeremy. Shout out to Jeremy if you fucking end up on the internet, my nigga. Like, shout out to Jeremy. He had put some speakers in his car.
Yeah.
And the only CD he had was DSR CDs. I don't know how the fuck this nigga got them shits, bro. But like, we used to ride in his whip
That was my
with
shit.
his speakers in his shit, listening to DSR. And that's how I learned about Texas music.
Yeah.
So yeah, bro, like
Yeah.
that's a rarity is what my point is. Like, so being from the South, some as close as Texas to Alabama was rare as fuck for us to get. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Bro,
So-
you know how I got on Texas, bro? Goddamn MP and C Whiskey.
I
Bro,
swear to
them
God,
niggas-
MP
them
gonna
ni-
come up on this podcast
Nah,
so much.
bro, listen. Hey,
Okay. We had to stop again.
yeah.
TV timeout.
What were we talking about?
I was just, and he was mentioning about the DSR and the Texas connection. I was just saying, like, my connection, just to prove, like, just to harp, like, on his point that our scope of music was a lot smaller.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, like, random happenstance type shit. Like, people like
Mike
MP.
Jones.
Yeah, Mike Jones. Like, that's how I was able to even stumble into that market.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, for this
Nice.
album, these type of artists, yeah, they were really big for us.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of, back then, it just hit a little different because everything else on the radio was shit from New York.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Until after this, then
Yeah.
you get like Young Bloods and
Yeah, like it
All
was
the other-
literally
all
like
the
the
other South niggas
it's
start
high,
getting
it's
visibility.
high key the beginning
yeah.
of the Atlanta rain.
Like,
Yeah.
And that's wow.
That's why he said the king of the South,
DJ,
nigga.
I was just finna say that.
That's
I
why he
swear to
said
God.
that shit.
Bruh, he really
He say the king of the South for a reason. He
opened
ushered in a new
Bruh,
wave of
he
shit.
opened the floodgates in more than one. Like, it's like the more we sit down and think about this is turning less. It's becoming becoming less
you
an
starting
urban
to kinda-
legend and more about just overall like the catalyst for the refocusing of attention on music in the South.
I got you.
Like
You
Cole,
know,
because
I know you probably looking like, man, if these niggas don't say something about the fix, I'ma slap one of these
No,
niggas.
no, bro. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that.
Bro, I just see
But-
Scarface just in him, bro. Like, he
No,
wanna say
it's
something
the
about
two. It ain't even just Face. It's Wayne. Wayne to me. When I think about the South, I think about Wayne.
Carter 2.
I think about just Wayne.
But Carter 2.
But that's the thing.
I think your scope on Wayne at this point in time is hyper fixated
We had Tip
on
before we
just
had
Wayne. But like Wayne didn't start making like, bro, the Carter 2 is, I mean, the Carter is like so under the rug.
yeah.
Like niggas don't, bro. I was watching something like they had Carter 1 under the Carter 4 as far as rankings.
Which is
Like,
wild
people
to
just
me.
crazy as hell.
So like as far as commercial acceptance, like for a nigga like me,
Wayne
and
didn't
like
take
you
off.
who are like Wayne fans, especially at that point in time, it's like, okay, that was a good album.
Yeah, that was,
But, like,
that
it
was a
wasn't-
point in time in
His
Alabama.
first, and it might have even went platinum. But like as far as like everybody like deciding like, okay, Wayne is the person to listen to, that didn't happen until
to drop
Carter
3.
2.
Yeah.
Really? But the beginning of it was the Carter 2.
Like that's like I remember being in school telling niggas to listen to Wayne and they would not listen to him until Drought came out.
When he started defying the laws of physics. And
I feel
the
that.
nigga just decided, hey, I'm gonna float on every song for a whole fucking mixtape that's got like 3 parts to
Like,
it.
bro, like
Bro, everybody that had a Drought 3 tape had different songs on that hoe.
Right.
You feel like, and it was
Right.
like everybody
That
had
is
20
true.
songs. Like the
They
Drought
all
3 is like
different.
100 songs long, bro.
Yeah.
So like, so to say that like Wayne really came into prominence with the Carter 2. And then post Carter 2 is when he really took off.
Gotcha.
I just think he got on the radar as like somebody that we should be paying attention to with the Carter 2. The Carter was just like, oh, this nigga still rapping, but he good though. So I
Right.
just
Yeah,
think
like
niggas
he
was
on his
yeah,
own.
the Carter was like, oh shit,
like he on
he's not
he said-
12 no more.
yeah, like he like I'm almost grown.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm on my
coming.
own. but,
Yeah.
you know, so
He had a song on my own on that too.
Yeah. So I feel y'all. I just
Like-
T.I. irks me sometimes. So
yeah.
I get in
Oh,
terms
trust
of,
me, when this conversation is so 2004 centered for me. Like I'm gonna stand on that because if we start to even veer anywhere else, I have nothing else to say.
Tip, we love you, bro.
Yeah, in terms of like musicality,
to death, bro. But
I get it when you saying like you're comparing it to all the other shit that came.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit that happened.
I get it, but in terms of just his impact on Southern rap,
the South wouldn't be the South without
it wouldn't be the same without T.I.
I feel that.
Let me get some water.
I feel that.
Like that is a fact, and honestly, I'm not mad at him saying or feeling like he the king of the South because he had a huge part in the revolution.
Nobody really challenged it, but Lil Flip.
And he ended that nigga. He got him clean out the paint.
He put that man in the pack.
Yeah.
Go freestyle somewhere, bitch.
Right.
But yeah,
I don't want to hear that shit. Get out of here, Clover gang.
We gotta
fuck wrong with you.
We gotta give Tip his flowers, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We gotta give him his flowers.
Tip deserve that, man. Like he really do.
Yep. Went head to head with Ludacris. Punched him up a couple times.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Hey, Ludacris ain't no bitch though.
Just for the record, I still feel like that verse that Ludacris threw on the back end of that song was unfair. That was
hell yeah.
That was a cheap shot.
Yeah.
This rap, dude.
But he ain't
it's
know
rap.
that shit was
It's rap.
Yeah, because I guarantee Tip ain't know that.
There's a monster in this game, similar to the Loch Ness.
That's like them doing the part 2 of the podcast, but not let you in, and then have somebody that hate you come in,
and the nigga just going against all your points for the first shit.
Right.
So you watching it, you like,
so y'all just gonna do me like that, bro?
So please stay off the TRP of my.
Oh man,
yeah. Damn man.
I only know how he convinced them to let him do that.
I'm gonna be 100. I feel like he was also dissing him. He was also dissing him on this album too.
Probably so.
Yeah,
like when he was saying like you still rapping the kids.
When that song came out,
what?
And saying that he was like jeopardizing his career.
Came out?
This year.
Yeah.
That's
Welcome to Cashville. That was
he was definitely dissing Ludacris on this album, basically saying, because he was like, bro, you the reason why they won't play me on the radio. Like he was really like slapping Ludacris around. So I understand why Ludacris was like, hey, nah. Let me get on the end of that song, and I'm gonna diss that nigga and tell him to stay off the T.I. Man, all right. DJ, what's your what song on this album like solidified it for you that gave it staying power?
Really the 3 that we mentioned. Well, 4.
Nigga, pick one. Because we can't let you do 4.
Motivation.
Okay.
I'm gonna say motivation because, like I said, that shit really stuck with me for a long time, and that shit was my ringtone for a long time. That shit was my alarm when I woke up to go to school for a long ass time.
ASAP for me.
So yeah, I probably say motivation.
Yeah.
For me.
What about you, Cole? What do you have one first?
What?
Do you have
like what song? Like,
is there one?
Yeah.
I think I said it earlier. Is You Don't Know Me.
Okay.
I thought that shit.
Which video?
Yeah.
The first video when he had the big ass grill, or like the official? You don't know. Okay.
The official one.
That nigga had.
Did you know it was 2 videos?
That nigga had the nastiest grill ever. Like
that's some southern shit. that
nigga grill was so big.
So I don't know if y'all was missing. It was probably with the same one he had. Like I don't know if y'all remember the beef DVDs. My cousin
I used to watch the fucking Raw Report.
So
shit.
The beef DVD, he had that same grill on there when he was talking about Flip because he was like, and he couldn't talk and he was slurping a lot.
Yeah, he just got that bitch. That's one of them. I just got this grill.
Pause.
I didn't. He was.
God damn.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh,
but it was.
Was it on the back end of Bring 'Em Out?
Some of the video,
the first one with the big grill.
I just remember just seeing that shit.
Like, I just remember it coming out because I knew it was like, it was just like the first verse.
Yeah.
And he was in all black and it was like this back alley, probably like at the back of like a Coca-Cola warehouse or some shit.
I
he just pulled up in all black. Bro, you gotta watch it. You're gonna be weak as fuck.
Yeah. Cause
he got like the same grill that Lil Bow Wow had in the Freshest on Miz video.
Yeah, that's when it, cause that was the Texas influence that started infiltrate rap, bro.
Yeah.
Like that was the beginning of the Texas influence infiltrate rap.
He got
this big.
Paul Wall did this chopped and screw version of this album.
Mm-hmm.
He got Paul Wall to do it.
Oh,
I thought that was dope as hell.
That's
because I remember listening to it chopped and screwed and it was like Paul Wall.
Did it make you like it anymore? Or was it just like, hey, that's what's up, Paul Wall?
But we might need to low-key do a Texas segment, especially with chopped and screwed one day, bro.
Like I said, Texas deserve an essay, bro.
Invite me up because I was
Like
deep
Chopped
in
and
that.
Screwed
I was deep in that.
I'm gonna
and
take an Adderall so I can be the antithesis to everything chopped and screwed.
I love Chopped.
I love Chopped and Screwed.
I do. I love that shit. I do.
I'm still listening to this. OG Ron C still putting out stuff, and then it's another cat out of Texas, DJ something
Candlestick.
Yeah, I listened to he did the last Drake album. He did Her Loss, Chopped and Screwed, and I was like,
he did CLB too.
Yeah,
that's just some shit I just never just.
That shit awesome, bro.
You have to.
I never really got into.
I had a cousin that lived in Texas. She lived in Fort Worth, and her boyfriend, he took me to the hood. He took me out to Oak Cliff. You know what I'm saying? So all they had at that time was trucks. And they played Chopped and Screwed everywhere and go to the car wash. And that was it. And that's it, for real. That's all they did.
Some simple things.
I mean, the thing about Texas,
But all they did go to the car wash.
Yeah, hey, cuz.
Hey,
go to the car wash.
Everybody at the car wash with their trucks.
Oh, die.
Right. But that's everybody in the truck. That's what they were playing, Chopped and Screwed.
So wow.
Hey, so man. He got me hooked on
Niggas
it.
get fresh to go to the car wash.
That's it.
Boy. That's some old nigga, man. That's some old nigga shit, bro. That's some old nigga shit, bro.
Fuck.
Hey, man.
Hey,
look.
man, he couldn't take me nowhere else. I wasn't old enough to go nowhere.
Look, man.
That's
Okay.
wild, bro.
Okay. Okay.
That's how they doing it. Well, that's how they did it in Texas at that time.
Damn, Tip. Okay. I think we got across some of the points that we wanted to make, and some points that we also weren't able to, that we didn't come in here prepared with. Like this album, for T.I. as well as the South, in more ways than one, opened the floodgates to a sound, and gave Southern rap a second win, for lack of better words, like, because the 90s was like not all, but it was a lot of conscious based rap. It was like, it just had a Southern twist on it. Like Outkast, like their whole get up was just like some street niggas that ain't stupid.
Yeah, and they was just like that good to where they was just undeniably like you couldn't overlook them niggas. They were that good at rap.
And then the better they got, the more free 3K felt to just like explore himself creatively. Good Mob, same thing. Dirty Boys, same thing.
Shout out to you mentioning Dirty Boys, just cause
6 Deep creeping, boy.
Just shout out to Dirty, cause
And the DeVille sitting on D's. Hey, chill out. Like y'all can talk about that. It takes the Chopped and Screwed, but hey.
Okay, why you showing?
I'm diverse, brother. I don't know if he throwing shots at me or
No,
not.
I'm just
but
saying. I'm saying that's
bro.
y'all thing. Like that's something that y'all can share. But like me and Rome can talk about.
But we definitely can talk
I like
about
the Dirty Boys too.
Pimping the game. Like I can sit like. That'll be another
like
episode.
they literally could get an essay.
I'm with it.
I'm saying I could cut the beat on right now and like rap. I shouldn't even been knowing these songs at this age. You feel me? I'm like 9 talking about a Cadillac full of drugs and shit. So
I remember when that video came on and everybody was just like, yeah, they from Alabama. And it was just like, oh my God, bro. Like he got an Alabama jersey on in the video, bro. Like it was just because we never had representation. Like, you know what I mean? So like the little bit that we used to get, cuz.
Didn't y'all have a group before that?
I feel like Dirty really was, it was somebody before Dirty.
It was a group before that.
It wasn't a group, it was a single rapper. What was his name? Ah, man, what was brother name? That was from Montgomery. That was before Dirty.
Clifford Harris.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
All right. So like I said, I feel like we've covered everything. We've kind of like we effectively shitted on Tip. But pause. Oh my God.
He said effectively.
Okay, so we joked about him, but we also spoke about what the album represents as far as just the album, like not even just the songs individually, but what the album represents, the way that he paved, and like the artist. I never even thought of it from that perspective. Like he could really like look eye to eye with Jeezy and be like, "You welcome."
Yeah,
he could look Ross in the face and be like, "You're welcome."
Can't do that with Gucci.
No, because Gucci will shoot him in the face.
And I think they would beef around this time too.
Over this type of shit, like over supremacy in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But like, I think if we having like an honest conversation, the only nigga who can really like look eye to eye with Wayne and eye to eye with T.I. and say, you didn't have a part in like creating the lane that I walked into is Wayne.
Okay.
Everybody else
And Ludacris. Bro, Ludacris is totally different, and he came up under the different circumstances, bro.
That's a debate for another day.
Based on my nigga T.I., he made it uncomfortable for niggas in the South to really say they was rappers at this time.
Okay.
So we ain't discussing Ludacris right now.
All right, bro. All right. But yeah, Wayne, I give you Wayne. Yeah.
I think that, I mean, honestly, bro, like, I like how the conversation went because I feel like that's kind of like the nuance that this album brought to rap, bro. It's like
polarizing, low key.
If you from another place and you don't really, you know what I mean, like you didn't really catch it the way another nigga got it, or if you just fucking from the South and you just really rocking with this nigga because he the top Southern nigga, when you actually start talking about it, it's like, damn, this nigga really did contribute a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, damn, you peeling back layers in real time. Like, shit, okay, that do kind of make sense. Like, this real deal was kind of like the fucking beginning of this. And so, like, I think that when it comes to this album in particular, it wasn't like a full body of cohesive work.
Yeah.
But the shit that he put out, it really just like fucking sparked a lot of the shit that the South did for like the next 15 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he really was that spark. You know what I mean? So it's funny as much as we like to talk about that shit, like he kind of, that's why niggas was able to let him get that.
Yeah.
Like when I say like nobody challenged him but Lil Flip, you know what I mean? But like that's why nobody saying that. Like we sit here, we talking about it in conversation. We like, oh shit, that's why nobody never really said shit to this nigga.
Because in
like,
04, under this blueprint, niggas knew.
like he kind of was.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that's the whole shit. So that's kind of fire to even like be a part of that shit. Just like watch that shit unfold. You feel me?
Yeah, because it was like we kind of tried to like, we started off joking.
Because it's funny. I mean,
and
hell,
then it was like we really got to some harsh realization. Like, damn, like Tip really that nigga for real.
I got school some tonight, so
damn, that shit crazy. Okay, so you know, we joked on him at the beginning, we joked on him in the middle, and we had, you know, realizations that took us to another level of appreciation, at least for me. Mm-hmm. So I want to leave it on a positive note. Let's talk about some of the favorite production from this album. And I will go first.
Okay.
And I keep it short. I do 4. Even though I said there's a lot of amazing production on here. Mm-hmm. Shit. I don't know if I can just do 4. What they do, stand up. How does ASAP go? Nah, motivation. And maybe just cause I like fucking with Swiss beats, bring them out.
I mean, it's really some good beats.
No.
Yeah, take that back.
Freak though,
man, please.
Freak though is like
Freak though. Them my foe. I don't even remember what I just said, but them my foe. What I said, bring them out. Nah, Freak though, I don't remember. What they do, motivation, Freak though, and bring them out. Yeah, that's my fault.
That's funny because the 2 of the songs that I like the most production wise just had no business being on the album, and that's Freak though and Chillin' With My Bitch. Yeah, like those 2 songs didn't have no business on the album,
but them beats
the
hard,
fucking
though.
beats is fire. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like you got a Pharrell beat and a Jazz Faye beat. Like, yeah, you kind of snap, my nigga. A fucking I want to say Why You Mad at Me, but I feel like I'm like really like rocking with this song like so much to the point where it's like, you feel me? Like that shit just like overkill at this point. But fucking I mean, honestly, those 2, if I had to like pick like just off production, it would be those 2 tracks, ironically enough. Like just off sheer like, damn, this is a really good beat. Yeah. Like it'll be those 2 songs.
I'm always gonna have to ride for something Pharrell did, so I gotta go with the Pharrell beat. Mm-hmm. That Freak throw, cause I fucks with it. I guess for some reason I keep going back to ASAP.
That's a 5 beat, bro.
It's the horns, bro.
Yes, I think that's what it is. Like
it's an anthem. Like
yeah.
for the streets. It's an anthem for the streets.
Yeah.
Jesus was like, oh, I gotta go back in the lab. That nigga had to go back in the lab. Like so much so like he was like, hey, bro, damn, I didn't get to rhyme that last bar because I was just, trying to make this shit an anthem. You feel me? Like, yeah.
Stop, Skip.
I'm just saying.
Man, like
Stop,
hey,
Skip.
y'all ain't gonna act like on
real
10
disrespectful,
y'all
bro.
ain't gonna act like on 10-101 that nigga went like he was rhyming every line, cuz. Like,
I don't even know why you like this, bro. Like,
You
where
real
did it come
disrespectful,
from,
bro. Like,
because we disrespected T.I. so much. I gotta big him up on the way out. And then, like, I didn't even, if not for DJ, I wouldn't be talking with this much bass in my chest. Because this nigga really the one who introduced the thought concept that, hey, if not for this, TM101 might not be here. Like, and TM really is trap music 101. Like, that's DJ fault. So
but I stand on that though. I stand on
nigga, and I'm right there with you. Like,
you just
I don't give a fuck how
what Skip
I don't
do.
give a fuck how small the top of that hill is. We both standing right there.
Yeah.
Like, Jeezy is like, damn. I don't want to say that.
Don't do it,
I'm
man.
gonna say it.
Don't do it. Don't
He
do
the nigga's
it.
son, bro. He that nigga.
You here now, cuz you might want to go ahead and get it off your chest. Dog.
He's his son in sound. As far as
That's so disrespectful.
You are the most disrespectful, disloyal ass nigga I've ever seen in my
It's so
life.
funny because he swam the
That's
mean nigga, bro.
fucked
Like,
up.
and this nigga is
Hey,
fucking disrespectful. as fuck.
content is king. But I mean that a little bit. As far as
There's
like,
lit-
I mean it from the aspect of there was a lot to be extracted musically from T.I. I'm not gonna sit here and say that he sat in there and was like, yeah, I'm gonna steal this nigga whole style, because clearly he didn't do that.
Right.
But like, he was able to take this, like, T.I. created the energy, Jeezy expounded on it.
Yeah.
That's boring though. But me saying he didn't have a son,
that's really how rap's supposed to go. But you just gonna.
I don't want to make it that.
That's
simple.
why when they made music together, it was always like some of they best stuff.
Because they like country they understand each other.
Yeah.
And T.I. was like, hey, we gonna do that beat. And Jesus was like, that shit fire, nigga. I would have thought to do.
You so disrespectful, man.
I would have
can't
thought to
believe
do
it.
that, That's like, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's what's up.
Stupid,
Like,
bro.
I almost forgot that point. I wanted to make sure I got that point out, like, on this episode. Like,
That's a very valid point, though.
like people
Very
really don't understand, or really just, I feel they don't appreciate T.I. run like that. I really don't think people do. So I just wanted to go ahead and acknowledge that, like, T.I. was like the guy for a minute.
Before he started using big words, like, Tip was really
Like, T.I. was that guy,
bro. I promise you, that's the severing point for like the mass listening public.
Yeah.
When he started using words that I can't help it. When he started using words that niggas couldn't readily understand, that created a disconnect in his music. Because he was already trying to diversify. He was already trying to create separation between T.I. and T.I.P. for the most part. He was like, hey, I'm bigger than that character that I started off as. But once he started putting soliloquy and
You terrible, bro.
endometriosis in his lines,
Soliloquy.
that's where the disconnect came from, bro. Like, so if and that's just a bigger essay on, the way we consume music. Is like, we don't like growth, and we don't like intellect in our music a lot of times. And he tried to exhibit both, and that's what effectively like stifled his career on the second half of it. But
And acting.
yeah, because he definitely can't.
He can't act.
He's worse than Thank y'all for tuning in.
But T.I. definitely deserves his place in terms of like what people rank him, and especially with this album in particular. I feel as though it's probably one of his most important ones, if not his most important album.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
and it just really ushered in like a time in music that I just really appreciate, man.
Right.
Like in terms of like how it made me feel.
Yeah.
And I just want to say my favorite beats that we can get out of here.
Go ahead.
Definitely ASAP Motivation. I actually want to put Get Loose in there, man.
It's a 5 beat.
It's a good beat.
I don't get it.
Because you ain't go to Infinity or Red Carpet.
Or Taboo.
Like, you feel me, bro? Like, this, like...
Bro, Get Loose made the girls get loose.
You
bro.
were not in the LR Hall with Jordan
Like,
shorts
bro,
on,
like,
my nigga. You
listen,
won't
Like,
understand
Get
that
Loose
part.
is crazy,
Shout out
bro.
to Davis Center. You know what I mean? Shout out to Fab Park. Shout out to Street Jams at the Vision Land.
You had to be at a house party where the mama was so cool she cooked for y'all.
Shout out to Omar House.
What she made.
Omar House was that house, bro. We used to be in the basement.
And y'all was finna be in her living room sweating up all her furniture. Like, if you ain't been to a party like that getting twerked on to get loose,
with your homie holding you up,
you like, bruh,
drop down, get your eagle on, girl.
It gets lost in translation.
I've been to those types of parties, but I just
don't like it.
It's just not my favorite.
Did you do it? Girl. Did you do it in Jefferson County? Is the question. Like, was it?
Did shots ring out immediately after this party?
At McDonald's.
I was in the alley.
Nigga in the alley.
on Belmont Highway.
Did somebody violate a cop car?
No.
Okay.
But Get Loose was one of the ones.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
Oh yeah, so
being Southern in the 2000s was fire.
Yeah,
and we had
no so dangerous.
It was so dangerous. We should not have been outside.
We had no business doing the shit we was doing, bro. None at all.
In closing, I do want to say shout out to all of the feature artists outside of a few, but like for the most part, his feature artists came in and did exactly what they were supposed to do.
Yeah.
The song "My Life," which is like just a weird, eerie, me against the world-esque song.
That he did. Daz Dillinger produced it.
But T.I. did a really good job, like trying to recreate whatever that was. He did a good job. He did it enough so you felt Tupac, but you didn't feel like he was trying to do Tupac. I honestly
felt like it was kind of like one of those situations where like he was just in that, you know what I mean? He probably was on the West Coast. You know what I mean? Like he probably was just on some, you feel me? Like I feel like that was one of the ones where like he really didn't try. Like it was just kind of like, cause just that shit just kind of was in him that time.
Yeah.
Like it sounded like it at least.
That shit was very organic. And like, cause I don't think Daz would have did that and gave 2 verses if he didn't feel.
Yeah, like it was like
it didn't feel organic.
Yeah, like so.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we got a real quick segment that we're gonna get out the way. It's called Sincerely Deciphered. And if you're new to this, we speak directly to the artist. If it's something you want to say to him, just look to your camera and let that guy know how you feel, and I'll let y'all two go first. Me and DJ will wrap up. Whichever.
This my camera right here?
Yes, sir.
Tip, appreciate you for doing what you did for the South, dog. Like honestly, when it come to, like I said, being Southern in the 2000s, you was the soundtrack to a lot of shit. It's not always good shit. I got in a lot of fucking trouble. But you was the soundtrack to a lot of shit, man. So like I appreciate that. And as a nigga that love rap and as a nigga that love being from the South, I thank you for that.
Cool.
Hi there, Tip. I love how you I do respect what you did. Urban Legend might not be my favorite album because Trap Music and King were 10 times better in my eyes, but sitting with my Southern brothers, I understand how relevant it is. I understand that you were still hungry and you was making it into something that everybody can enjoy, and you put yourself on the map with this one. So I gotta salute you, and Jeezy is not your son.
I told y'all that was for content. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna let you close out because I know this is a victory lap for you. Okay, T.I., Clifford, Bridgman, homie, partner, Cub. Hey man, yeah. We appreciate. Well, let me speak for myself. I do appreciate the level of ambitiousness on this project, because through that level of ambition, you were able to craft a runway for a lot of our favorite artists in the South to take off from. Some followed your blueprint, some didn't, but even without that, the runway was still created for them to spread their own wings, i.e. a Gucci. But it's also people like Jeezy. Hold on, man. Let me get it. I'm just saying, like, who were inspired by the God damn, man. Let me get it out. who were inspired by the sound, man. Elevated it to the next level in some aspects. But and then you got somebody like Ross who took the sound and completely elevated it to another level. So much so that if not for this sit down and discussion, it wouldn't have even been a thought to compare and make that parallel. So yeah, man, we appreciate you for being, the king thing, those absolute titles is something that I don't necessarily cling to, but I do appreciate you being a waymaker and a what they call it, a trailblazer for Southern music at this time. Yeah, man, and just we just thank you for those moments that you gave us, because they will live on forever through your music. Chill.
Oh, here we go. The big one. Big time.
Listen,
big
man.
time.
Listen, man. T.I., shout out to you, man, because I had to defend you a lot in terms of just in terms of music in general. I don't know what it is that make people kind of underestimate you or kind of in some instances look at you as a joke, because in a lot of your content, I mean, in a lot of shit that we know you for after this, you ain't sweet. So
yeah, he approved it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what it is, but
stand on mine, partner.
But when it comes to this music, and it turns especially like that initial run, during that time frame, I always stand on it and really just go back. And if somebody, in a sense, try to diss it or lessen it, I always just try my best to make that connection that you stood the test of time for a reason. And during that time frame, no one could really combat or really challenge you as the king of the South during that time frame. And if they did, they shit didn't last. To what? Yeah, they got put in the pack. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for what you have done, because like Skip said, it definitely opened up a lane for a lot of other artists to flourish, and especially a lot of artists that I personally enjoy.
That's what a king does.
Yeah, man. No, that's a fact, though.
That's what a king does. He make it so other people can eat.
Yeah, man. So shout out to you for doing
man, go ahead.
Yeah, shout out to you for doing what you're doing, man. Now, I appreciate your discography in general, but definitely that run from 04 to 08, that's a tough run that a lot of people can't really go against. So shout out to you for really putting out a great body of work in terms of impact, and I just feel so it always stand the test of time. So yeah.
And not for nothing, there's a picture on Facebook of me wearing my hat exactly like you. I'm not even bullshitting.
My brother still with his hat.
So my nigga, salute.
Yeah. And with that being said, thank y'all for tuning into another episode of DeCypher. Follow us on our socials. Make sure you subscribe and comment. Share it with a friend who enjoys hip hop. And we'll continue to comb through the classics, like I said, until they drop something worth mentioning in this era. But until then, peace.